Going for a swim in the ocean might sound like fun, but did you know that certain types of waves could actually put your life at risk? Imagine swimming among not just the usual suspects like sharks and mysterious creatures from the deep sea depths, but also having to worry about something as unusual as square waves. Delving into the perils of the sea, especially the threats posed by rip currents, unveils a critical danger for those who love to swim and spend time at the beach. While square waves are an unusual and hazardous event, rip currents are more frequently encountered and have led to many deaths along the seaside. Rip currents are powerful, thin streams of water that move very quickly and can easily pull swimmers away from the safety of the beach and out into the open sea. These currents move horizontally, not pulling swimmers down, but pushing them away from the land. When caught in a rip current, people can start to panic because they find it hard to swim back to shore. This panic can, unfortunately, lead to tragic situations where individuals may drown because they are unable to get back to the safety of the beach. When we look at the numbers from the years 2017 to 2023, it's clear that rip currents are a significant threat, with 435 lives lost in the United States due to these currents. This demonstrates the serious risk that rip currents pose to swimmers. In particular, the state of Florida has experienced the highest number of deaths related to rip currents in the country. In the year 2021 alone, Florida reported 28 deaths due to rip currents, marking it as the year with the highest number of rip current deaths in more than 10 years. The data further reveals that a majority of the victims of rip currents are men, who account for more than half of the deaths. This pattern is often associated with risk-taking behaviors, such as choosing to swim after consuming alcohol or drugs, which can impair judgment and physical ability. Additionally, there's a tendency among these individuals to avoid using safety equipment, like life jackets, which could help prevent such tragedies. This information highlights the importance of understanding rip currents and taking appropriate safety measures to avoid becoming a statistic in this grim tally. There is a pressing need for educational initiatives to inform the public about rip currents hazards and strategies for safely escaping them. When someone finds himself in a rip current, the best course of action is to stay calm and avoid trying to swim directly against the current's pull. Instead, swimmers should move parallel to the shoreline until they are no longer in the grip of the current, after which they can attempt to swim back to the beach. Lifeguards are essential in saving individuals caught in rip currents, with their actions accounting for more than 80% of the rescues at beaches with surf. Gaining an appreciation for and knowledge of the ocean's natural forces, like rip currents, can drastically lower the chances of drowning. It is crucial for beach visitors to observe the flag warnings on beaches, which communicate the current conditions of the water and any possible hazards, including dangerous marine creatures or the presence of rip currents. These flags are an important aspect of beach safety, offering critical information and protection to beachgoers against the risks. Now, let's talk a bit more about the ocean and its waves. You're probably already familiar with the fun of hopping over small waves at the beach or the thrill of riding the larger ones on a surfboard. However, there's a particular type of wave you would never want to meet while enjoying a swim in the sea: square waves. Despite their intriguing and visually appealing appearance, they pose a significant danger to anyone caught in them. But what exactly are square waves, and where can you find them? Let's take a look at the western edge of France, where you will discover the enchanting Isle of Ré. This charming island stretches out for 19 miles and measures 3 miles in width. It's a precious gem located in the Atlantic Ocean, connected to the mainland by a lengthy bridge that spans 2.9 kilometers. Crossing this bridge, you are greeted with stunning views of the ocean that seem to go on forever. The island itself is a patchwork of natural wonders, including salt marshes, vineyards, and small, picturesque villages that tell the story of its rich historical and cultural background. These elements come together in perfect harmony with the breathtaking natural scenery that the island is set against. Walking around, you'll notice the air is filled with a delightful mix of the smell of sea and pine trees, offering a sense of peace and a break from the busy life that lies beyond its borders. The Isle of Ré is celebrated for its clear blue waters, untouched sandy beaches, and charming lighthouses, all of which make it a top choice for vacationers. The beaches here, like Plague des Grenets and Plague de la Conche des Spillane, feature wide stretches of fine, golden sand where families enjoy time together building sandcastles, surfers catch the perfect wave, and couples take romantic walks as the sun sets. The lighthouses, with the Fer de Baleine being a standout example, serve as historical beacons on the island. They offer visitors the chance to see breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean and the island's diverse scenery from a bird's eye view. Those who visit these lighthouses can climb up a winding staircase, counting all 257 steps as a personal challenge, to reach the top and be rewarded with incredible sights. However, one of the most remarkable features of the Isle of Ré isn't on the island itself, but in the waters that surround it, the phenomenon of square waves. These waves form a pattern that looks like a giant chessboard stretching out over the sea. This unique sight, known as a cross sea, happens when two sets of waves from different directions meet and cross each other, creating a square pattern. This unusual and captivating sight attracts many visitors who seek higher ground, such as the tops of lighthouses, to take pictures of this natural marvel. From these elevated spots, the precise geometric patterns of the waves are truly astounding, making it hard to tell where nature ends and the fantastical begins. From above, these square wave patterns give the illusion of a metallic grid lying beneath the water's surface. This optical illusion is enhanced by the clarity of the water and the play of sunlight, which casts shadows and highlights that accentuate the grid-like pattern. While these waves are a marvel to behold, the wisest visitors admire them from a safe distance, well aware of the risks of entering the water. The intersecting waves create powerful currents and riptides, which can be dangerous even for the most experienced swimmers and surfers. Safety warnings are posted around popular viewing spots, advising against entering the water near the cross-sea phenomenon. Local guides offer tours that explain the scientific basis of square waves, incorporating tales of maritime history and folklore associated with the sea. These stories often include legends of ancient mariners navigating the perilous waters, using the lighthouses as beacons of safety. Educational programs also highlight the importance of respecting the ocean's power and preserving the natural beauty of the Isle of Ré. Conservation efforts are evident across the island, from the maintenance of its beaches and protection of its wildlife to the sustainable practices employed in its vineyards and salt marshes. As the day wanes, the changing light transforms the square waves into a mesmerizing spectacle of color and movement, inviting a moment of reflection on the wonders of the natural world. Visitors leave with a deepened appreciation for the Isle of Ré, carrying memories of its landscapes, its people, and the extraordinary square waves that dance at the edge of this enchanting island. To grasp the origins of these unusual square-shaped waves, it's essential to begin with the basics of how waves form in the ocean. Waves are a common sight and can journey vast distances across the sea's surface, influenced by the prevailing winds and the weather conditions of the area. Interestingly, even on days when the weather appears to be relatively serene, powerful waves can still reach the shores. This happens because storms brewing far away can generate significant waves that travel long distances, impacting areas where the water was previously calm. As these waves make their way towards the coastlines of far-off places, they are referred to as swells. This term distinguishes them from waves that are created by the winds blowing locally. A fascinating phenomenon occurs when two swells originating from different directions collide with each other. This interaction is known as a cross sea. This specific type of wave formation is responsible for the creation of square waves observed near the Isle of Ré, a picturesque French island situated at a unique geographical location where two seas converge. When these distinct seas, each carrying its own set of swells, crash into each other, an interesting process of blending occurs. However, this blending is not akin to the simple merging of two bodies of water, such as when a river flows into a lake. The difference in weather conditions between the two seas leads to the formation of a distinct pattern as they meet. This clash gives rise to a riptide that is considerably more potent than the typical waves one might encounter at the beach. The strength of this riptide far exceeds that of ordinary beach waves, making it an extraordinary force of nature. Should you find yourself amidst these intersecting waves, the situation would be perilous. The power of these crisscross waves creates a scenario where escaping from their grasp would be extremely challenging, if not impossible. This phenomenon of square waves, therefore, is not just a curiosity, but a testament to the dynamic and sometimes dangerous nature of our oceans, brought to life by the unique interplay of natural forces at the Isle of Ré. These unique waves are a big part of what draws visitors to the island, yet most of the time, guests can look forward to experiencing peaceful and soothing waters. The occurrence of the cross sea is limited to specific periods within the year and only under certain weather conditions. It's widely known among the locals and regular visitors of Ray to avoid venturing into the sea whenever the square waves make their appearance. This caution has led to a situation where incidents of people getting trapped in these waves are rare. The community's awareness and the presence of numerous warnings play a significant role in ensuring that most people stay safe. On the island, especially given its popularity with tourists, there are a lot of signs and notices that advise vacationers to stay clear of the water when the square waves are present. Despite these precautions, there have been a few instances where individuals did not heed the warnings and found themselves caught in the midst of the cross sea. These occurrences, although few and far between, have been notable. Fortunately, those who found themselves in such a predicament have managed to escape without harm. The square waves of the Isle of Ray have gained a certain level of fame over the years, mainly because this phenomenon is unique to this location. There's nowhere else in the world known to have a cross sea that forms square waves like the ones seen here. The Isle of Ray stands out as the only place where such a natural spectacle has been observed, making it a rare and intriguing phenomenon. This distinction not only adds to the island's allure, but also highlights the importance of respecting nature's power and the local guidance provided for safety. Visitors are encouraged to enjoy the natural beauty and tranquility of the island, while also being mindful of the natural forces at play. The community's efforts to educate and protect both locals and tourists alike ensure that the experience of the Isle of Ray remains enjoyable and safe for everyone. The story of the square waves serves as a reminder of the unique interactions between the natural world and human curiosity, underscoring the balance between enjoying natural wonders and ensuring the safety of those who come to witness them. In every ocean around the globe, you can find large waves known as swells, and sometimes these swells intersect with each other, creating what is known as a cross sea. However, when these waves come together at a less steep angle, it might seem as though they are moving in the same direction, even though they are not. Additionally, as swells move away from their origin, they tend to lose their energy gradually. This causes the top part of the wave, known as the crest, to become more rounded and smooth, unlike when they first form and have a more sharp and rugged appearance. Specifically, on the Isle of Ray, the unique combination of wind and weather patterns aligns just right to form a cross sea that stands out and is easily identifiable by observers. This phenomenon is a stunning display of nature's power, where the forces of wind and water come together in a way that captures the attention of anyone who sees it. The Isle of Ray provides a prime example of this natural spectacle, making it a noteworthy location for those interested in the dynamics of ocean waves and their interaction with the environment. If you're considering a vacation to the stunning Isle of Ray, it's really important to look up the weather before you go. This way, you can be sure that it's safe to go swimming without putting yourself in danger. Have a great trip! The Isle of Ray is unique because it's the only spot on the planet where you can see a cross sea so clearly. But there are also other places with water so perilous that you definitely think twice before deciding to take a swim. This advice is key because knowing what to expect from the weather can greatly impact your plans, especially if you're looking forward to enjoying the ocean. The beauty of the Isle of Ray is unmatched, but safety should always come first, ensuring you have a memorable and safe experience. On the other hand, the world is full of bodies of water that, while they might look inviting, hide risks that aren't worth taking. Whether it's due to strong currents, dangerous wildlife, or unique phenomena like the cross sea at the Isle of Ray, being informed can help you make smarter decisions about where to swim. You'd want to avoid getting too close to the boiling lake on Dominica's Island. Why, you might ask? The clue's pretty much in its name. Despite its appearance, which might remind you of a huge, inviting hot tub, it is far from being a place where you can relax and unwind. This lake is located within the Mornay-Trois-Pitons National Park, a site so unique and important that it's been recognized as a World Heritage Site by Dominica. In scientific terms, the lake is what's called a flooded sinkhole-type basin, or more technically, a fumarole. Fumaroles are typically found in areas close to volcanoes and are known for releasing steam and gas that come from the molten rock beneath the surface of the Earth. Over the years, Boiling Lake has shown a variety of behaviors. It has cooled down, dried up, and boiled at different times, making it a rather unpredictable natural phenomenon. Even though there are indeed some adventurous souls who have dared to swim in its waters, doing so comes with high risks. The dangers range from experiencing extreme heat to being exposed to potent gas emissions. All in all, these factors make a strong case for why venturing into Boiling Lake is not advisable. Imagine you're soaking up the sun in the beautiful Bahamas, feeling the gentle breeze on your skin and listening to the calming sound of the waves crashing onto the shore. This picture-perfect moment, however, can take a dramatic turn for the worse if you suddenly hear people around you screaming, "Run! Shark!" If you're someone who would rather avoid such heart-racing scenarios, then it might be a good idea to stay away from the small town known as West End, situated on Grand Bahama Island. This particular beach has earned a notorious reputation for being one of the most frequented spots by sharks in the entire world, making it a dangerous place for an unsuspecting swimmer. Despite the clear danger, there's a unique opportunity for the daring and adventurous souls. Tourists with a thirst for thrill are welcome to come face to face with these majestic yet fearsome creatures. But don't worry, it's not as reckless as it sounds. You'll find yourself safely enclosed within the sturdy bars of a massive cage, which acts as your protective barrier from the sharks. This cage is carefully controlled and moved around by a team of experienced professionals who ensure your safety while you get an up-close look at the sharks in their natural habitat. While this experience is far from the traditional definition of a relaxing beach day, it offers a different kind of excitement and is considered to be quite the cool adventure by those who experienced it. The east and north shores of Barbados present a deceptive beauty particularly noted for their breathtaking sunsets. However, it's important not to be misled by this picturesque scenery, as these locations harbor significant dangers. Unlike the south and west coasts of Barbados, which are perfect spots for engaging in water activities like swimming and snorkeling due to their calm waters, the beaches on the east and north are known for their extraordinarily strong ocean currents. These currents can pose serious risks to anyone venturing too close to the water. While the mighty waves crashing against the shore can be a spectacular sight worth observing from a distance, observers should exercise extreme caution. It's strongly advised to stay on the sand and resist the temptation of entering the water, no matter how inviting it may appear. The natural beauty of these coasts, with their stunning sunsets, can easily distract from the potential dangers lurking within the waves. Therefore, while enjoying the scenic views, one must always remember the power of nature and ensure personal safety by avoiding swimming or snorkeling in these areas. Condado Beach, found in Puerto Rico's vibrant city of San Juan, is often at the top of the list for visitors looking for a beautiful beach experience. Yet, it's crucial to know that despite its allure, Condado Beach comes with its set of risks, particularly when it comes to swimming. The beach is known for its large waves and powerful ocean currents, which can quickly turn a fun day at the beach into a dangerous situation. The undertow at Condado Beach is notably strong, making it a challenging spot even for experienced surfers, who need to exercise extreme caution while riding these waves. Despite the risks, many people, including tourists who may not be familiar with the beach's conditions, often venture into the water. It's vital for anyone choosing to swim at Condado Beach to do so with care. Being aware of the changing conditions is key. If the waves start to appear more turbulent, it's a sign to leave the water and return to the safety of the shore. Ensuring your safety should always be your top concern when visiting Condado Beach. Swimming responsibly includes paying attention to any posted warning signs and possibly consulting with locals or lifeguards about the current water conditions. It's also a good practice to swim with a buddy, as having someone with you can increase your safety. Remember, the beauty and the fun of the beach can still be enjoyed from the shore without putting yourself at unnecessary risk. So while Condado Beach may offer the temptation of a refreshing swim, prioritizing your well-being by recognizing the power of nature and acting with caution can help ensure a pleasant and safe experience for everyone. Cross seas happen when waves from different places crash into each other, making the water very rough. It's interesting to look at, but can be dangerous. Have you ever seen waves like this, or other big waves? Tell us in the comments. Remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more.